Hi everybody. Today I am here to familiarize you about the role of parents and community in early childhood education. Is it possible that the teachers and the school alone can be made responsible for what a child turns out to be in his later life? No, it cannot. Why do you feel so? It's because a child's growth and development depends both on his heredity and his environment, which the parents and the community provide for him during the formative years. Don't you think these two influences are very closely interdependent? A child's parents form his genetic background. The young child spends most of the time at home, and much of the early learning occurs through the child's day-to-day interactions with the family. The parents have a major role to play in the child's development, much beyond merely being around the child and providing food and other basic needs. What else do they do? Yes, they are also his earliest guides and companions. They set the atmosphere for his moral and ethical standards, his physical well-being, his aesthetic appreciations, his concept of family life, and his philosophy in general. Generally, a child's experiences in the family remain a permanent part of his life and childhood and is indeed an extremely impressionable age. A young child's learning and development takes place in a range of contexts, at home with the family, in non-formal settings, etc. In all of these settings, parents have an important contribution to make. The kind of person a child will develop into will depend so much on the kind of living he and his family lives in. Hence, it is essential that the parents who are rearing the child should know the nature, ability and interest of the child so that he could have a proper development. Parents are the child's primary educators, and the life in the home is the most potent factor in his or her development during the primary school years. In recent decades, this truth is frequently accompanied with recommendations firstly about the need to support parents in their parenting, including their role in supporting their children's learning and development. Having said this, now let us take a glance on the role of parents. Parents need to provide a conducive environment at home for optimal development and learning and spend quality time with the child. Encourage exploration and experimentation at home and optimally utilize the ample opportunities for incidental and lifelong learning arising from the daily activities. Play a cooperative role and establish a relationship of trust and mutual respect with the teacher or the caregiver at the ECCE center. Share and plan the development of their child along with the teacher or the caregiver. Participate in the open days and other events for parents and the community. Not force formal learning and competition at this early age and respect the children's abilities and personalities. When can you say that there is an effective partnership? Do you think it is important? Let's have a look at its need and significance. There is a continuing process through which the child's formal learning experience in school interacts with the less formal developmental experience of the family and the home. It's widely recognized that significant educational, social and behavioral benefits accrue to the child as a result of effective partnership between parents and teachers. Close cooperation between the home and the school is essential. Therefore, if children are to receive the maximum benefit from the curriculum, a preschool may be of great help to the parents and the community to know more about these rearing practices. Hence, parent education programs and working closely with the community should be stressed in a preschool. The relationship between the home and the early childhood setting should be strengthened in order to enhance children's learning and development. Good communication and coordinated partnership between parents and staff is seen as essential to high quality care and education of young children. Parents are the most important people in their children's early life. Cooperation between parents and the preschool staff paves the way to the educational process that will foster the children's development and help crystallize their potential. Preschool staff should create open lines of communication with the parents throughout the academic year based on mutual acceptance, trust and shared expectations, along with explaining the educational approaches and processes. Communication between staff and parents will be built on a foundation of respect, consideration of family culture and respect for the parents' needs. Communication takes place at both levels with the parents of all the children in the preschool as a group and also with each child's parents individually. Creating a cohesive group of parents contributes to promote the common tasks of the educational process. Similarly, the positive involvement of the parents assists in preserving the continuum between the educational goals and those of the community. What kind of relation do you feel should exist between parents and educators? Parallel to the activities initiated by the teacher, the parents will choose their degree of involvement according to their needs and readiness. Some will focus more on the child, on everything concerned with learning and socialization progress, while others will refer or prefer to volunteering their time occasionally. It is important that the teacher respects this and allows for various types of parental involvement. Families are the biggest influence on their children. When educators develop strong and mutually supportive relationships with families, they can work together to create a consistent, caring environment for children with the best conditions for the child's learning and development. Families are the first source of knowledge and advice for educators about their culture and their child's abilities, life experiences, preferences and interests. Educators need this information to develop educational programs. Families will also have their own beliefs and values about the education and care of their children. Through respectful relations between families, the educators, they can gain a good understanding of what is important for families and how to best meet the needs of their children. Children's sense of belonging also extends beyond their family and their early childhood setting to the wider community. By creating links between the community and the children, educators support the children's broader sense of belonging. Now, let us get acknowledged with the principles of working in partnership. The principle of working in partnership with parents is now firmly established within national educational policies. Parents are experts on their own children and practitioners are experts in caring and educating children in the context of an institution or group setting. Respectful sharing of information between parents and practitioners about children's learning and development at home and at school is viewed as being in children's best interests. Educational partnership is a process whereby schools, parents and other services support each other in stimulating children's curiosity, motivation and development. Respectful and supportive relationships with families should be developed and maintained. Families should be supported in their parenting role and their values and beliefs about child rearing should also be respected. Children can have very important relationships with family members who aren't parents or grandparents. Educators need to understand that extended families, kinship ties, carers and guardians can provide essential relationships in children's lives. When educators try to involve all of the people who are important to a child, they are doing their best to create supportive and collaborative relationships. Continuous, honest and open communication between educators and families are very important. This helps families to feel connected with their children's experiences in education and care and helps to build their trust and confidence in their service. Families should have opportunities to be involved in the service and contribute to service decisions. Shared decision making with families supports consistency between children's experiences at home and at the service, helping children to feel safe and secure and empowering their families. Creating a culture of open communication and friendly conversation between families, educators and coordinators is a great way to start and to continue. Educators should talk to families about their knowledge and skills or aspects of their family life and culture that affect the child's needs and interests. These conversations may lead to ideas about how to involve families in the educational program or any other parts of the service. Families may also be involved in more formal ways. While it is important to give families a variety of opportunities for involvement, it is also important to recognize that families are often busy and juggling with many demands on their time. Educators should treat families as partners in designing and delivering the curriculum for their child. Education and care services can support families in their parenting role by providing information and helping them to make connections with other services in the community. The pedagogical approach involves harmonization of child rearing and educational approach at home and at school, where the parents and practitioners listen respectfully to each other and are open to share knowledge about their children. The organizational aim entails parents providing practical help in the organization and implementation of activities in and outside the school, such as listening to children read, accompanying their classes, etc. It could also involve parents sharing their own talents in school. This also presupposes respectful listening between school and parents, whereby each other's area of expertise is acknowledged. The enablement aim involves enabling both parents and practitioners to enhance the quality of their mutual relationship for the benefit of children's learning. It is recognized internationally that early childhood education has an important function in providing parents and caretakers with educational and social support in meeting their responsibilities in bringing up their children. Early childhood education can contribute to engaging parents with related measures to improve their employment, job related training, parent education and leisure time activities. Working with parents as partners is critical for young children's development and learning, which is why highly effective settings and schools work hard to put partnership with parents in practice. Can you make a guess of the factors that are likely to influence parental involvement? The extent and form of parental involvement is one which may be strongly influenced by family social class, maternal level of education, material deprivation, maternal psychological and social health, and single parent status, and to a lesser degree by family ethnicity. Parents' perception of their role and their levels of confidence in fulfilling it. Parental involvement in the form of good parenting at home. The impact caused by different levels of parent involvement is much bigger than differences associated with variations in the quality of schools. Capabilities of parents. The key capabilities that parents bring to supporting their children's learning and education, as identified by Lee and Bowen, are parental dispositions. The personal dispositions, namely sensitivity, warmth, attitude towards learning, access to education resources and services, and access to education related institutions. One area of development where research has consistently found a positive link between parenting behaviors and involvement is verbal language and reading. The quantity and quality of cognitive stimulation and parental sensitivity is related to positive child development. Moving on to the local community and its role. The establishment of close links between the school and its local community can be mutually beneficial. The circumstances of schools vary, and some have more clearly identifiable local communities than others. However, it should be a general aspiration that the school would be seen as a key resource in improving the quality of life in the community, and would in turn regard the community as a rich resource from which to draw educational assistance. It is essential that school planning takes cognizance of what the community has to offer in creating relevant and effective learning experiences for its children, and in identifying the contribution that the children can in turn make to the community. The service builds relationships and engages with the local community. Engaging with the community strengthens the children's interest and skills in being active contributors to their world. Opportunities to bring the local community into the service and to take the children into the community contribute to children's sense of belonging and to many other aspects of their learning and development. The family and community based holistic interventions in early childhood to promote and protect good health, nutrition, cognitive and psychosocial development have multiplicative benefits throughout their life cycle. Hoping that you have understood what an influence the parents and the local community can exert on the school and its children, this is Danya signing off for now, hoping to meet you again with some interesting topics. Thank you.